Hello, folks. All right, we've been hearing it a lot. Will there be a second American Civil War? We're up and down a lot. Sometimes yes, sometimes no, sometimes it'll be just political, sometimes it'll be legal, sometimes it'll be out in the streets, sometimes it'll be riots. We don't know. It's very up and down. So, on this channel, Let Freedom Ring, this is the story, the American story, that we are going to be covering as it progresses. We're going to be covering the American civil conflict. I said, for the British, we're especially covering Tommy Robinson. But for American, we're going to be especially focusing on the covering of the Civil War possibilities. Like I said, it changes from week to week, and we see what's going on, we revise our estimates, and we just don't know. So, but it's progressing and progressing rapidly. I said, Tim Pool's doing a pretty good job of covering the descent of the American life into war. He's doing a pretty good job of covering it. And like I said, I can't cover as much as he does until I got some finances to back all my work. But I'm still working on that. Anyway, so here's the thing. And every week, the left reveals more of their tactics. I said, the left, they're like a kid. They know they're not supposed to do something. They know they're not supposed to go to the road. But they want to go to the road. So they take a few steps. They look back. Is mother or dad going to stop me? Nothing happens. They take a couple more steps. Are they going to come after me? They look back. Are they going to come after me and smack me and drag me away from the road? No, they're not looking. I'll go even closer to the road. They go right to the edge of the road. Look back. Mom, Dad there? Nobody sees me? No babysitter around here? I'm going to cross the road. And see, that is where we are with the left. They realize they can do anything. Anything. And they're waiting for us to stop them. And of course, if we try to, they're going to scream, 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 scream. And this is how they're trying to conquer us. They're trying to conquer us legally. I told you several videos back, I said they're trying to conquer us through the legal system and through the media. I mean, they already have, the universities and the media and stuff on their side, and some of these businesses. But they're trying to conquer us through legal methods. Now, I was just thinking about this yesterday, and we see, it looks like they're going to plan on using Antifa and probably some of the illegal drug traffickers for their foot soldiers. The Antifa going around beating people up, and like I said, overwhelming the border. They want to overwhelm it, and so then everything is going to become a free-for-all. There are going to be riots and the stampede from the illegals to probably just grab land. Just beat up the people there, knock them off maybe, and steal their land, steal their stuff. I mean, that, I think, is where we're heading. This looks like the Democrats' ground troops. The waves and waves and waves and waves of illegals, they're essentially the troops for the left. And then, of course, Antifa within the cities and stuff, they're going to want to go grabbing people and beating them up too. And just wait till the 2020 election. It's going to get wild. Now, the main thing we need to think of is, are these going to be localized issues? And, I mean, I think that probably not every single spot in the country is going to be engulfed in complete civil war. But there's definitely, obviously, the border is going to be a hot spot. And obviously, the major cities are going to be bad places, too. So, I mean, people in the country probably have the best chance of survival or the best chance to try to organize and make strongholds. But, like I said, the Antifa, I can see them trying to, go have raiding parties, like in the old days with the Indians. Raiding parties, just to go into small towns or little areas and just start shooting it up or beating people up or whatever, We can see this is the tactics of the left. It's coming. And we see them making their moves against free speech, saying no one should be allowed to criticize any congressmen or women. Well, if they're not, just guess what punishment they should get for criticizing the president. That'll be the end of them. So we see that they're just trying to outlaw our freedoms one by one. Make no mistake, if they ever get into office, that's what they're going to do. That is what they're going to do. Right now, we're hanging on by a shred of a thread. Shred of a thread, I like that. To our freedoms. and we are going to have to push back. I say an ounce of pushback is going to be worth a pound of bloodshed. Like I said, if we push back, we can maybe avoid some of the violence. Just maybe. But we're going to have to be tough. You know, we got to sue. We're going to be like Nick Sandman, like Andy No. We got to sue. We got to put the brakes on them and show them that they've got to be civilized and they can't do this. So yeah, the insanity of the left is definitely worrying, and I think we should all be prepared in case civil conflict occurs. I think we should have backup plans and just be prepared, because we don't know when or when the conflicts will break out. I said obviously the border looks like it's going to be the front lines, and beside the border, the big cities. Those are going to be the front lines. So we're going to start thinking and planning and praying. Try to get this country turned around, get conservative businesses, alternatives. Like I said, the left, they're not going to rest. If you have conservative alternatives, they're going to try to shut them down. They're going to try to burn them down if they can. They're insane, and they've got to end up in jail for these crimes of intimidation, harassment, all the terrible things they do. Okay, so we'll keep you updated on the conflict of the Civil War. Like I said, it's escalating, and at one point, the Democrats are just going to say, I'm the king. There's no free speech. Republicans are all going to jail. You know they're going to say that. And it might start in certain states first, or certain cities. But that's what they're going to do. They're going to declare themselves king or dictator one of these days, and it's coming soon. So there's going to be some major changes coming up. And we're going to have to be ready for them and watch and pray. All right, let freedom ring.